Hi guys, I am so excited to be joining you today on Juice TV at the Queensland Children's Hospital. My name is Juliet and today we are joining you from our rehearsal space and we're rehearsing for upcoming performances with the Ballet International Gala. The Gala is an opportunity for Australian audiences to get together and see some of the best dancers from around the world. And today we're going to take a little time out to answer some questions from you guys, starting with Juice TV superstar Milan.
Hi dancers, I'm Milan. I have a question for you. How many outfit changes do you do in a play of a ballet show?
Great question, Milan. So for this gala, we're all doing different pieces, and each of us only about one piece, except for one of our dancers. She wears two different tutus in the show. But sometimes you are in a performance where you might have 15 different costumes. It really just depends.
Do you like any other dance styles like hip hop or jazz or contemporary?
I personally really love classical ballet as well as contemporary, and I even grew up doing gymnastics and acrobatics. So I love doing tricks every once in a while, but I'd love to hear from Joel.
Yeah, Juliet, I'm quite the same. I love classical ballet, but I actually started with tap and jazz and didn't start ballet until I was about 12 years old.
I have a special place in my heart for tap dance because I studied when I was younger.
Okay, so I was in a musical. Have you ever been in a musical, or have you just been doing ballet?
That is so awesome to hear that you've been in musicals, Milan. I actually grew up doing musicals, and they were some of my first opportunities to perform on stage. I grew up doing Annie the musical, as well as A Year with Frog and Toad, Seussical the musical, all some of my favorites and favorite stories growing up.
Here's a not ballet related question. What's your favourite era of music? Mine is 80s.
I love the 80s too. I love the leotards and the big hair, the leg warmers. It's all perfect to me. I also love some of the artists from the early 2000s, maybe late 90s, the Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears. Those are some of my favorite songs growing up.
How long does it take to get ready for a performance?
Hi Alice, great question. On the day of a performance, it might take us about 2 hours to get ready before a show. We'll spend about an hour of that rehearsing beforehand and warming up our bodies and doing all the stretching that we need. And then we'll get into our dressing rooms and we'll put on our makeup and do our hair and get into costume. And we'll usually do that about the last hour before we get on stage.
Hi, I'm Andy Rose and I have a question for you. What are point shoes made out of? And also, how long does a point shoe last? Thank you.
Hi Andy Rose, I love your lighting setup. Point shoes are usually made out of a bit of cardboard, actually, different layers of paper and glue, and then satin over the top. And they'll slowly break down with your sweat and of course all the ways that you're using them and using your feet. And so it really kind of depends on who's made the shoe and how you're using it, but they can break down in a couple of hours or maybe even a couple of days. But if you're dancing professionally and you're using them a lot, then typically they'll break down quite quickly.
How long does it take to learn a dance for a show? And how many hours do you practice each day? Thank you.
It usually takes us several days to learn a routine and hopefully perfect it. That's what our aim is, although we can never dance it as perfectly as we want to. For this show, my partner Joel and I choreographed and learned our routine in just a few days, probably about a week, and sometimes you only get a couple of days, or sometimes someone gets hurt and you have to jump into that role really quickly and you might be learning that just in a couple of hours or even a few minutes. So you don't always get a lot of time to learn what you're going to do, but it's nice when you do. And as professional dancers, we pretty much live in the studio and practice every single day. So usually we're here for about 6 to 8 hours dancing every single day. Thank you guys so much for your amazing questions. We are sending you all of our healing thoughts and we wish you could be right here in the studio, but we are going to do what we do best now and share some of our dancing with you. What do you say, guys? Ready?